Yeah.
Um, I was learning about Buddhism, and a friend of mine told me that kind of similar to Buddhism, Judaism believes in like reincarnation, but I was a bit confused.
So Judaism definitely does. Definitely does. In fact, it's likely that everyone sitting in this room has probably been in this world before, according to Judaism. Possibly even a few times. Which is why I think kids are more mature these days than perhaps in prior times. Judaism would say that every single person, every single soul has a mission to fix this world and to get this world to its place of perfection. But it might take a few cycles to fully actualize your own particular role. And so each time you come back down to earth, you have a different particular part of your soul and a different part of the world that needs to be fixed. So that means that if you have a particular struggle with something in this world, something that's particularly difficult for you, that means that that's one element of life that you weren't able to fix in a prior world. Okay? And if certain things, I don't know if you ever find, you feel like one of your friends or family members, they're so patient, or they're so, I don't know, grateful, or they're so maybe impatient, or they're so this, that, the other. Whatever that is often because that's the thing they either need to work on or they don't need to work on. Things that come easy to you, you've dealt with that in a previous life. So Judaism would say definitely, absolutely. We even know of biblical characters who the rabbis tell us were reincarnations. So for example, Moses was a reincarnation of Noah, according to the Arizal, a Kabbalistic, mystical, Jewish mysticist rabbi. And he says that what was Noah's great... one of the things that he didn't do particularly well was, as I said earlier, God says to Noah, I'm going to destroy the world. And Noah says, okay, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? He said, build an ark. Okay, I'll build an ark. But God really wants him to protest, to show that he cares for humanity, to fight for humanity. So the same thing happens again in Moses' story. Moses is standing at the top of the mountain, and God says, he sees the Jewish people are worshipping a golden calf, and God says to Moses, I'm done. I'm done with the Jews. I'm going to wipe them out, and you and me, we're going to start afresh. We're going to create a new Jewish people from you, Moses, because I'm done with these people. So this is a real test for him. And what does Moses respond by saying? He says, if you do that, you can erase me from your book. Where they go, I go. I'm casting my lot with them. And God loved it. And he, in that moment, actually rectified what he did in his previous life as Noah. And in fact, the words he used is mecheni na, erase me from your book. And the rabbis say that those letters, the Hebrew letters, can be reworded to spell the words Yemei Noach, the waters of Noah. Because in that moment, he rectified what happened. And in fact, they draw allusions to like how when he was a child, he's in that casket in the Nile, symbolizing like the Ark of Noah and everything. Absolutely fascinating. By the way, a little interesting nugget to share with you is that when Moses said to God, erase me from your book, the Hebrew word was mecheni na, misifracha, erase me from your book. Misifracha means from your book. But you can actually read misifracha from your book as misefer kaf, chaf, from book chaf. What is chaf? Chaf is, in Hebrew, every single letter has a numerical equivalent. So chaf in the numerical equivalent of Hebrew would be 20. And the 20th Parsha, which is the 20th Torah reading that we do throughout the year, is a Parsha called Tetzaveh, in which Moses' name does not appear once. It's once Moses is already introduced to the story, but his name doesn't appear there at all. As if to say that the words of the righteous are so powerful that once he said it, it had to have some actualization, which is pretty fascinating. Because that Parsha, that Torah reading is all about Aaron and Aaron's clothings and his roles in the temple and such. If you've made it so far in this video, I have a request for you. JTV has been having a really big impact in spreading the truth about Israel and creating positive associations with the Jewish people, Judaism, and Israel. We've really grown a lot, particularly in the last year, and we're having a really significant impact, both for Jews and non-Jews. But I really want to take JTV to the next level so we can start to compete with the other big online media beasts that are often peddling anti-Israel content. And the way we're going to do that is to scale even faster. So I'd love to build a team where we have other presenters doing shows like me. Let's start doing documentaries, supplementary content, animated content, etc., etc. And to do that, I'd like to build a bit of a team. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one fundraising day, just one, where we try and build up some funding in order to fund such a team. Now, to do that, it's going to obviously require people to get involved. And I'm wondering if you would consider, if you're watching JTV content and appreciate what we do and want to help partner with us in taking this to the next level and spreading the truth farther and wider than ever before, I wonder if you'd consider partnering with us simply by running a mini page on the fundraiser that we do, where you just reach out to your contacts on that day that we choose to fundraise and see if they'll all chip in. If you'd be up for doing that, of which I would be so grateful, then please click on the Google form link in the video description of this video, where you can simply just put in a few contact details. It'll be a very small commitment, as I say, literally just one day that we'll all agree upon as a collective community. But the impact is going to be so big. There's such strength in numbers. If we all pull together and do this, we can take this to the next level. And as I say, all of us can partner together in bringing and spreading the truth to the whole world. So please do consider clicking on that link, filling in the form, and I'll be in touch very soon to talk about the next steps. Small commitment, but a big impact. Hi, thank you so much for watching. To watch another one, click here. To stay up to date with all our content, click here to subscribe. And if you're able to, you can help support JTV to grow and grow by clicking join below this video, where you can become a member and get perks including early access to videos and private live discussions with me. But most of all, you'll be partnering with us on our mission to change the world.